watch and hear how they treat this animal. Now, we all know when it comes to the media, um, and we're gonna lump media in right with the PCs, the bad white people, the bad actors, the ones that keep this world down. Um, and we're gonna see the difference in how they report. Because if this was anyone other, they're picking the worst photo. They're making their history, their background known, um, even name calling sometimes. But when it comes to them and their community, uh, they protect these monsters, and they wonder why it continue to happen. They're not even raising their own kids. They're not even raising their kids properly. Never have. And that's not for all of them. That's not for all of them, but it's for majority of them. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat and lie to anybody. It's facts. It's majority of them. Majority of them are the same. But let's listen.
Years old and a former student at Covenant School, a small Presbyterian church elementary school in Nashville. Audrey Hale, now identified by police as the person who shot through a locked door to get into the school about 10:30 this morning. A 5-officer team went straight to the gunfire on the second floor here at Covenant School and killed the intruder, who was armed with an AR-style rifle, an assault-style pistol, and a hand.
And to be honest, that's sort of a first, because typically if they don't take their own life, then they wind up getting arrested. But if it's anybody else, even for the slightest thing, or them not in being them as the cops not being in any type of danger, it's always, we see it. Black people, they always getting shot and dying. White people always surviving. So I'm surprised.
Gun. At least 2 of them legally obtained, according to authorities. Even though it appears to have been a rapid police response, 3 adults and 3 children were killed before officers could end the incident. The children, a pair of 9-year-olds and 1 child turning 9, and among the adults, a janitor, a substitute teacher, and the head of the school, 60-year-old Catherine Kuntz. Police say they found a horrific crime scene.
We know and believe that entry was gained through shooting through one of the doors, is how they actually got into the school.
But as today's shooting in Nashville, Tennessee demonstrates, there is more work to be done. For the fact that this is a daily occurrence in America.
And that's it right there. A daily occurrence. They don't say, "Oh, it's a occurrence amongst white folks," or whatever the case may be. But again, if it had something to do with any type of urban or black or whatever the case may be, they're making sure the community or some type of something is known that is pointing towards black folks. But when it comes to them, no, they don't. They don't. And if you look back into history, all they do is, these same people, they idolize them and they make them into folk heroes. Look at Bonnie and Clyde. Look at a lot of the past mass shooters, Columbine. These people seem to be celebrated.
It's unconscionable.
In Washington, this latest school mass shooting reverberating to the Senate floor. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin.
We need to pass more reform to keep guns.
And there we go again. They want to point fingers towards something else and not themselves to correct the fucking issue in their own community that continues to drag everyone else down. Not just them, everyone else. Every time something like this happens with them, it's, oh, gun control, gun control, gun control. It's not gun control. It's you. It's the people. It's your community. And you keep talking about gun control and blaming this and blaming that and not the direct source. This is what we're going to continue to get.
Out of dangerous hands and to keep our children safe.
With the shooter, 28-year-old Audrey Hale, dead, tonight investigators converge on the home where the graphic artist lived. They have found evidence that the attack...
Look how they're talking about her. You go to other stories. Even if it's someone that hasn't done anything wrong or wasn't doing something wrong, that's still pointing them out to make it a criminal if they're black or any other. And my Hispanic people, like y'all swear they like y'all. They don't like y'all. They just tolerate y'all more. They don't like y'all. They don't consider you one of them. No. But a lot of y'all just want to brown nose and do what y'all want to do, man.
Cased the school and had maps of the layout. A planned attack, they say, was executed about 10:30 this morning.
Let us love each other and support each other and hug each other and pray for each other.
Investigators tonight going through the shooter's digital footprint, including a now removed Facebook post in which Hale wrote of binging on video games. Hale's mother telling ABC she lost her daughter today, saying it's very, very difficult right now, asking for privacy, then hanging up the phone. A neighbor telling ABC News Hale lived at the family's home and was, quote, very religious. Robbie?
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
See? Just go back and just compare to other. Just go compare. Go compare. Go compare to other videos that the person themselves was actually a victim of a crime against cops, and see how people talk about that. See how the news talk about that. George Floyd, Aubrey. Who else? Was it Castile? If I'm not mistaken. Trayvon. Just go back and look. Just look. Y'all just so full of bullshit. I swear, y'all are just so full of bullshit.